Well, it finally happened. The Halo TV show has officially been cancelled after 2 seasons by Paramount+. If you listen close enough, you will hear some Halo fans rejoicing somewhere in the nearby area. Look, I think we all knew that this was going to happen eventually. Yes, the show was performing good on Paramount+, but when you compare it to other video game shows, it really was lagging behind. I look at the likes of Last of Us or Fallout, these video game shows that are pretty much beloved by the fans. And there's one major reason, because they stuck to the source material, they didn't deviate into this weird alternative universe, timeline, whatever you want to call it, and just really splinter the fan base for no particular reason. So even though there were elements of the Halo show that I really did enjoy, you know, getting to see Master Chief's ass is always going to be ingrained in my mind for the rest of my life, so that's happened. No, but on the real, you know, the Halo show did have a lot of really cool action sequences. That was my personal favorite part of the show. There were so many cool fight scenes and just big action moments that I thought were fun to watch. It was just kind of everything else that fell apart, and unfortunately, the story to a TV show is arguably the most important part. So I want to take this discussion and not go down the super negative trail and just talk about the bad of the show and why it was a complete waste of time. Instead, I want to flip this and look forward into the future because, hey, maybe another Halo show might happen, maybe a movie, maybe some more animations. There is so much that could happen with Halo. I want to kind of discuss what went wrong with the Halo show and how they can hopefully avoid that from happening again in the future. But one thing that I really quickly want to add, because I feel like it's the right thing to do, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that worked on the Halo show. No matter if you liked it or not, a lot of people put a lot of work into this thing, and unfortunately it just wasn't what the long-time Halo fans were expecting. But all the actors and actresses, all the production crew, they worked extremely hard, and I did appreciate a lot of the work that they did put into it. I think where a lot of the blame should lay is with Microsoft, because they're the ones that greenlit the silver timeline idea. You know, they're meant to be able to do all this market research and know what these fans of Halo are gonna want, and they completely missed it with this one.
I can't take this shit no more, man.
The silver timeline, in my opinion, was just not a good idea. The Halo universe is so massive, so expansive, there is so much to it, and they decided to retell the Halo story. Like, Master Chief wasn't even Master Chief, he was a completely different person in the show, and it really put my girlfriend off, put everyone I know off the Master Chief character, which should never happen in any universe. So I'm really hoping that Microsoft has seen the error in their ways and even looked at these other shows that I mentioned and thought, hey, maybe we shouldn't veer too far off the original plot because, well, there's already fans that enjoy that, so let's give them what they want. So where does Halo go from here in terms of extended media outside of just video games and books? Well, seeing as Paramount Plus has dropped the Halo show, I'm really hoping that maybe let the dust settle for a little bit, and maybe Microsoft can now start pitching Halo to other streaming services. In my opinion, I think Amazon Prime would be the perfect place to have a crack at making something Halo related. You know, not everything is an absolute hit on Amazon. You know, obviously look at the Lord of the Rings show, that one is very questionable. But personally, I'm a huge fan of The Boys. Prime may be hit or miss, but overall, they do make some really great shows. My absolute dream place for something Halo related would obviously be HBO Max, or just Max nowadays. If we got an HBO Max tier Halo show, then we're good. We are good. I would have zero concerns. And I guess third in my list would be Netflix. Sometimes they make something dope, then they make the Death Note live action movie, whatever that was. But I'm looking at what Microsoft is doing with Gears of War, and if you don't know, Gears of War is actually getting a Netflix animated series and a movie, a live action movie, on Netflix. So I don't know why Halo was kind of shoved to Paramount Plus, a brand new streaming service, and Gears of War, again, I love Gears of War, but it got kind of primetime Netflix right off the bat. It just never really sat well with me. It didn't make sense as to why Halo kind of got the newbie on the block and not the, you know, kind of S-tier streaming service that everyone already knows. So as I said, Microsoft should let the dust settle, let people kind of calm down after this bombshell news of the Halo show being cancelled, because it's obviously going to be everywhere and discussed to death for a long time coming. But maybe whenever the next game eventually comes out, they could tie that in with a episodic animated series, kind of like Halo Legends, probably one of the best things Halo has ever created outside of the games. If they did a Halo Legends Season 2, people would immediately, 1, lose their minds, and 2, be all over it. And they could even take creative liberty. They could do fun episodes that maybe aren't necessarily part of the lore. I'm looking at Spartan 1337. It was a goofy episode, but I also still love that Spartan that doesn't technically exist.
I'm one heck of a mama myself!
And I would love to see Halo come back to live action. I don't want this to be the death of Halo in real life. I just think they have to look at the universe and see what can work and what doesn't work. And in my opinion, I think they shouldn't be so afraid of moving away from the Master Chief. I think Microsoft is deathly afraid of if they don't have Master Chief as the box cover, the thing that is promoting this thing, it's not going to do well. In my opinion, that is not true at all. There are so many other Spartans and other characters in general that I would love to see in a live action media form of any kind. Look at Spartan Jerome, for example. He is kind of like a mini Master Chief. In my opinion, when Chief retires or whatever, I think Jerome is going to take his place. So maybe this could be a good way of kind of giving Jerome a bit of spotlight, introducing way more people to this character that I personally love and a lot of other people also love, but maybe isn't quite as well known as he needs to be. Or a completely different spin, do like an ODST-esque kind of series. I think people would love that. Look at Star Wars Andor. Andor was not about Jedis, it wasn't about lightsabers whatsoever, and it is one of my favorite Star Wars shows by far. So people that love these long-standing franchises don't always need the shiny lightsabers or Master Chief helmet to be attracted to it. If it's in the universe and it's a fun story that makes sense, the fans are going to show up for it. But let me know down below what you guys think of this news. Are you upset? Are you happy? Do you not really care about Halo outside of the video games? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It's going to be very interesting to see where Halo kind of goes over the next couple of years. We're obviously in a bit of a lull. You know, Infinite is getting these small updates. The CE remake has been leaked, but we don't really know what's coming next or when it is coming. So we're just going to have to sit tight, sit on our hands, and just hope for the best. But I will be along for the ride. I'll be covering everything that happens, and whatever comes out, I will discuss it here on the channel. So have a great rest of your day. Thank you all so much for watching, and I shall catch you in the next video. Bye!